Good evening, everyone.
Oche is still preparing, setting up your meeting for Facebook Live. You're still preparing.
You're welcome to today's episode of. I say it's live on Facebook.
Wait.
From my end.
My end as well.
Okay. So,
Sent you home.
hi, Ataibo. Good evening.
Good evening, Oche. How are you?
I'm much better.
Oh, that's good.
And how
I missed you last week.
you?
Ataibo, hi.
Hi, how are you, Winnie?
I'm good.
Good.
So,
I better say hello to Ifeoma before she starts to cry.
your brother,
Hello, Ifeoma, how are you?
I'm fine.
Oh.
Good.
Ataibo, your brother was here a few minutes ago, and I was praying that you come online because I want to report some people to you.
Oh, Oche, love
See
it.
Yes, put it up.
These Oche kitchen women.
I've got pen and paper. Right? I'll write their names.
Oche might be excused from the report.
Kitchen women, no.
Oh,
I
Oche,
wasn't here last week.
Oche, you have to excuse me more.
Winnie,
Oche, darling.
Winnie,
No, I need to excuse you.
Relax.
You see how
They haven't called your name yet. Relax.
Oche, excuse more. Can I accuse the other two, okay?
Ataibo, I haven't even said anything. No.
Apio.
Guilty
I haven't
conscience.
said
Guilty
anything.
conscience, I know. Guilty as charged. I agree. Oche,
Pen and paper to write the names of the culprits.
no, I agree.
Thank you.
Oche, you are right.
I love you. I knew you were going to be very fair and just. So these
Oche,
friends of mine,
Yeah.
Hey,
I
Oche,
was here
100%.
last week
Yeah.
and I was imposed. And on Sunday, I took my time, despite how ill I was. I watched every bit of the show. Not even for half a second was I mentioned. You see that blunder?
No, you were mentioned a lot after the live.
I don't care about overtime. Overtime is not out there for people to see.
Yeah, but
You cannot call me in the marketplace and then go home and tell my people that I did not steal. It doesn't work that way.
No, we know we love you, but we don't want to tell the world your business now. That's not nice.
Thank you.
We love you, but we are private. We are public and private at the same time.
You're trying to be very partial now.
No,
I did not say they should put my business out there. I didn't say they should put my business out. Did you hear what I said? I said I was not mentioned.
Okay, I will mention you today. I'll say, please, everybody pray for Oche that was sick last week.
But that's not what I'm asking for. Oche is unavoidably absent. I mean, whenever Winnie isn't here, I tell the whole world that I'm present. And then when Winnie,
it's a progress. Oche, pardon us. Next time we will mention it. I beg, no vex. How did they say it? Biko.
Anyway,
we apologize.
Ataibo has begged on your behalf.
We apologize.
See, Ataibo, no problem. I've apologized and I'm going to accept, but it's going to cost them something. Based on the fact that they did that to me, I'm not going to ask them how their week went. It is only you that want to hear from. How was your week?
Oche, why did you even attack only me? What of this girl that is there? What's her name? Ifeoma. Is Ifeoma not there? Did Ifeoma even remember to even say sorry on our private Oche kitchen platform? I was only one that was asking.
They will
attack me.
We will take turns to defend ourselves. It's turn by turn. I'm waiting my turn for the defense. Oche, okay.
You will not wait now. She will not attack her Ifunanya. She will not. She just wants to attack me in public. Oche.
Ifunanya is unavoidably absent.
Ifuki, I don't know. Ataibo, you have seen it now.
I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes.
You have seen it now.
Ifeoma, any announcements to make? Anybody unavoidably absent today?
Yes. Ifunanya Ijomawapa is unavoidably absent.
Okay, noted.
All right. I know you didn't want to ask how my week went. Can I tell you how it went?
Nah.
Okay, just for 1 minute.
Yeah, it was awesome actually, and I missed you. I was thinking about you,
Cool.
praying for you to get well soon. I'm looking forward to today. Yeah.
Did you really miss me? Koskopi Jalab.
I did. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
So Winnie, how are
Oche, you know that I'm always looking out for you now. Haba, I asked. You know, I'm always looking out for
Yes.
you. I've missed this voice. You know, your voice is so sexy and all. But you won't be doing that shakara for us here. It's for your honey bunch at home, not us. but,
yeah.
but nevertheless, no, nah. Well, nevertheless, I've missed you, and I missed you last week. And I even said something about us even saying it on today's program that you have to.
Okay.
In the house.
Okay, thanks.
I will not rest. So, but my week was it was okay. Really, really okay. I thank God.
Okay.
Okay.
I wanted to hear from
I guess we'll have IJ.
Yes, yeah, IJ. There's an
I'll have
IJ
Chibuzo.
Yes, they can hear you. Okay. I'll mute myself while you talk.
All right, my week was fantastic. It was so much fun. In fact, I'm still in my week actually, and I'm still having fun. Thanks for asking.
On the road. Thank you for joining.
It's okay. That's I'm still outside, but I can still talk. My week was great. I was busy all through the week anyway. And I'm still.
Thank you so much. It's nice to have you, even though you're on the go.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm always.
Fine. Thank you so much. So, having said that and having heard from everybody, I would like to jump right into today's program, which is today's topic is family dynamics.
Check out your favorite ladies, the former woman, Banuju and Fifi Girl, Dagenham, United Kingdom. She's the girl. Sassy Ijoma Wampa Ndogo at IJ_WAP from Stamford, Connecticut. Cool, Willy Freddy Wango at Judy McPius, Willy Girl from Lagos, Nigeria. Oche, Weke, Ajaifia, at Gorgeous Oche from Abuja, Nigeria. We love you.
Okay, thank you once again for joining us, people. Today's topic in Oche Kitchen is family dynamics. In 1993, the United Nations General Assembly decided in a resolution that 15th May of every year should be observed as the International Day of Families. This day provides an opportunity to promote awareness of issues relating to families and to increase the knowledge of the social, economic, and demographic processes affecting families. Families around the world are changing, many becoming smaller as the number of single-parent households grows. Currently, 65% of all families are made up of either couples, same sex, living with children of any age, or couples living with both children and extended family members, such as grandparents. The diminishing number of extended families and the increasing number of single-parent families put into sharp focus the issue of social protection. So that takes me to my first question for tonight, which says, what do you think, or what are you going to say about these new family trends? And what do you think of people who marry and decide not to marry? There are some people who are married and some have decided they are not going to get married. Some have also gotten married, gotten out of it, and decided they are not going to get married again. Ataibo, please, I would like to hear from you.
Hello, everybody. I wonder why you picked on me. I'm feeling self-conscious, but I'm one of those that got married. And when I said I do, I knew immediately. I said the words I do, I knew I did not. But I didn't want to let down my family. There was lots of nice food and presents, and I thought just go with the flow. I got married at a matured age of 33, and I assumed a lot of things that because my husband was older, he was just as wise as I was, and we were singing from the same song sheet. But I found out it wasn't the case. And I don't believe in suffering. I like life too much. You know, we tried, it didn't work, and we went our separate ways. So I've ended up being a single mother of two children for 18 years. It wasn't what I planned, but it's been hard work. But I've been blessed with family and friends, and I've had a lot of support. So I'm one of those that think that if it's not working, don't kill yourself, because you'll suffer, your partner will suffer, your children will suffer, and that is my own personal experience. You know, I tried it. I bought the clothes, I bought everybody cake, I gave them jollof rice and mineral and takeaway. But I've done it, and I would not like to go down that road again. It just wasn't for me. Yeah.
So are you saying that the one-time trial was just enough?
Yeah, it was enough. And I think because the one-time trial was later on in life. Maybe if I had married in my 20s, in my 30s, maybe I would have maybe in my 30s, I would have thought, okay, let me try again. I've grown, I've learned. But I married in my 30s. By the time I got to my 40s, it was like, man, man, I can't come and kill myself. You know, and I just thought, you know what, let me concentrate on
So you don't
in the world.
think it would have been better with some other person?
Sorry?
You don't even want to give that chance to see if it would be better with some other person?
Selfishly or not, I've been very consumed with my children. I'm very consumed with bringing them up because whether you like it, no matter what country you live in, once you're a single parent, you're stigmatized by your friends, by your colleagues, by society. You know, your child is naughty.
Wow.
Your child is naughty because you're a single parent. Your child's shoe is broken, is in tatters because you're a single parent. Your child is rude because you're a single parent. Your child's hair is wrong because you're a single parent. They just blame everything like that. And I was determined not to live under that label. and to give the children the best I can. And I like to think, or I like to thank God that I've done the best I can. And I just, are you a single parent? I said, why do you have to ask me if I'm single or double? What difference does it make? You should be asking me if I'm a good parent. That's the important question. So I've dedicated a lot of time. The last 18 years has been dedicated to my children. I mean, I've got my fun on the side, but my children are the priority. They still are, but they're older now, and I can decide for myself now. Who knows? I might get married at 60. You never can tell.
In my opinion, if you are a single parent, there could be a lot to it. If a widow is bringing up her children, isn't she a single parent?
Yeah. They tend to forget that.
As far as I'm concerned, single parent. Yeah. I mean, I have a brother who lost his wife 14 years ago, and he didn't remarry. He's a single parent. And as far as I'm concerned, he has brought up fine young men. His kids were just 2 and 4 when their mom died. So I don't see if anybody understands life, I don't see why a single parent should be stigmatized. You don't know her story. You didn't walk in her shoes.
They don't know, because when you fill in forms, when you fill in application for some things, there's a place for parents separated, parents together. What's that necessary for? What do you need that data for?
Why should it come to it? Well, I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with what I'm applying for. What is your business if?
Yeah, because whenever you call in sick or you can't come to work, have you got childcare problems? Is it because you're on your own? You can't. So they've already put you in a
prejudice, and
they give you problems. They attach problems to you before you even come up with the problems. So I tried very hard to take time off because my child.
There'll be more sympathetic in the UK since they are both.
Not really. They will say they're sympathetic because they want to look politically correct. But when jobs come and things come, they overlook you because you're a single parent with no support in their own head, and they overlook you for jobs.
Actually, I don't think it's just happening in UK alone. I think it's everywhere. I can imagine it being worse in Nigeria.
She said that it happens that way. So, but I was saying that I thought that they are more enlightened, so they'll be more reasonable,
Nah.
But I'm surprised that it's even in things that are irrelevant.
Okay, Oche, in UK, why it's very obvious, let me use that word, is because in a bid for them to be politically correct and on the side of caution, they overdo things. Things that wouldn't be put any attention to or so much attention on, that's where they'll have to lay that attention on or lay that emphasis when it is not even necessary, just in a bid to be seen as being inclusive. And that takes us to the last weekend discussion about inclusion. So they make a hoo-ha of nothing, or make a mountain out of a mole. Yeah. I think my view, can I say something, Oche, about that question?
You're welcome.
My view on that is, I haven't had the practical experience of this directly, of people getting married and deciding not to marry again. But like I said the last time in one of our shows, I am a product of a broken home, as they will say. The home is not broken. Okay, broken marriage, not the home is broken. It's the marriage that is broken. So, and I agree and I understand it completely, in the sense that I have seen people where people died, as in leaving the face of the earth, because they want to stay married. So if people have that energy and the strength to say enough is enough, I cannot do this, and step out from it, or step aside from it, I applaud them. I would not have that conversation. I'm not one person that would preach about it's not working, just stay there. Just stay. I don't say that. And like I said to everybody, if the seat gets too hot for me, obviously, I'm moving away from it. And I'm glad we've attained that position in the society today, that, or rather, reached that resolution where people are confident to live uncomfortable situations rather than stay put and keep going. My talking about my family, I think my mom tried when she felt she could not handle it anymore. a lot of people said a lot of things. There were 6 of us that thought, how could a woman leave 6 children? How could she? No jokes, she's better off after leaving that marriage. Same goes with to my father as well. He's happier not marrying my mom, I think. But at least both of them are happy, both of them are successful, and both of them are still alive, rather than staying put and just for the sake of family. Family is good. And when I looked at this topic and when we had our Oche Kitchen meeting prior to the show, well, what I talked about and what I was looking into is family does not just mean man and woman married. Family is somebody who is there for you. So it could be your husband, it could be your father, it could be a friend, it could be your neighbor. So when we talk about family, let's not just leave it to husband and wife. So I think that's my take on this, Soje. Give it back to you.
Thank you. Nini, do you have anything to contribute to this particular question of mine? What's your take?
I think that most people stay in uncomfortable relationships or marriages because of what the society will say, especially this part of the country, you know, because of culture per se. If you leave and come back to the house, what will I tell people? That you're a single mother, you're this. And that's why you have some people dying in the relationship or marriages and all of that because of what people, the stigma that will be behind them leaving the marriage. Like Ataibo said, if it's not working, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. And that's the truth. If it was all lovey-dovey initially and somewhere along the line it went south or sour, you just walk away. Don't stay in there. Forget what society will say. Forget what they say. Oh, family is not just about the man and the woman. Of course, family is not just about, I agree with you, former there. Family is not just about the man and the woman. Because for you to even leave your own family, you left a family to go and start another family. So you can still walk out of that family and go back to your family. So it's not a do or die thing. Forget the stigma that the society attaches to this. I think it's all about one's happiness. If you're not happy, my dear, walk away. Walk away. We only live once.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, you guys made valid points. For me, if someone has been married and decides not to get married again, I don't have any problem with that. If somebody has also been married before and feels they want to find joy elsewhere, I also do not have a problem with that. Because at no point did I walk in this person's shoes. Personally, I have things that happened to me like 30 years ago that I'm still very scared about, that have maybe scarred me for life, okay? So you don't even know what this person has gone through. And maybe he says, I don't want to walk this path anymore. As far as I'm concerned, it is not in my place. It's not even in the place of the society to decide that, okay, this is how you should do it. Because as far as I'm concerned, society is like the media. Society tells you, be yourself, do what you want, whatever makes you happy. But society still turns around to judge you. So as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't work for me. As long as I am not displeasing God, I'm not hurting my fellow man, I'd like to do what works for me. And I think it should be the same for every other person. Ify, over to you with your question.
Okay.
With Winnie, yeah, go.
That. Okay. In many romantic relationships, today I have my reading glasses, so no help from anybody.
Blind woman.
In many romantic relationships, one partner desires a higher level of commitment, engagement, or marriage. while the other is content to let the relationship stay in the current form. I suspect that in about 2/3 of these cases, the partner seeking more commitment is the woman, while the man drags his feet. And that's certainly in line with contemporary cultural stereotypes. Now, my question is this: should marriage be a necessity to building a home? Ify, can you take it? Or should I just ask anybody from the audience? I don't want to call Ataibo again.
Yeah, I could add something and then people can say something. I think from my... Okay, from my view, should marriage be a necessity to build a home? It's a yes and no question for me, or answer. The yes part is where one person cannot build that home. I know there are some houses of thought that will argue that a home will always be complete when all the components are there. Yes, it's necessary to have everybody that makes a home. And as far as we know, the couple, and when I say the couple now, could be man and man, woman and woman, man and woman, and their family and the children or their offspring. Yes, it's necessary to have a union, which has been described as a marriage in this question, to start a home. But that home can be sustained with one or more of them absent in it. So, and that on that grounds, no, marriage is not necessary because you can still have a home if the components are not there, are not complete. Winifred, did I answer your question? I think I'm being diplomatic.
From a different perspective, yeah. Chibuzo, can you say something?
No, I said that Ifeoma is trying to be political. Yeah.
She answered it from...
What do you think? Chibuzo, what do you think?
I think you're right somehow, you know.
Exactly, somehow.
Somehow you're right, somehow you're not.
Mm-hmm.
And how do I substantiate this? How do I put it? Just like my husband do say, you see, how do I say it? Okay, marriage is not something that is compulsory, and you can't. Oh my God, you know, I don't know how to put it.
It's a necessary evil. It's a necessary evil.
Say it again.
It's a necessary evil.
Yes.
You need to do it, but again, it's not compulsory.
Exactly. And you can't die in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Ataibo, do you have anything to say?
I'll just type in something now. We were brought up culturally to feel that you must have children within wedlock. So for us, marriage was a way of having sex with your partner and having children without being called irresponsible and promiscuous. So that's how we were brought up. So nobody gets up and says, I'm going to have children today because I don't want to get married. It's like, you want to disgrace your family. They will start clapping on your head, you know. But as we've grown older now, we find out that marriage is not a necessity. It's good when both parties agree on what they want from it. Because like I said, I took a lot of things for granted. I didn't discuss who is going to parent, who is going to bring money for food. I just assumed that because my father did it, my husband would do it. And that was the biggest mistake I made. As an old man, he should know what a man does, but obviously his caliber of a man and my father's caliber of man were two different things. You know, so it is not a necessity. It's nice, it works, you know, but I don't think it's necessary to make a home, because the main ingredient of a home is love and happiness. So if you're married and there's no love and there's no happiness, you are not creating a home. You can be married for 220 years and do anniversary and go to and take many, many photographs. If you're not happy, if there's no happiness, no love, no respect, you are not making a home. You are living in a house with a housemate. That's what it is.
Mm,
There's a difference between a home and a house.
that's true.
Yeah.
You know, they say a home is where the heart is,
Mm,
you know. So I don't think that marriage is necessary to building a home. A home is what you make of it. It's where you go to have peace. It's like your sanctuary. You can go outside, you can do whatever you want to do. After all the hustling and bustling and all that, you come back to the house for peace and for your sanity. So I don't, for me, for me, I don't think it's a necessity to uh, a marriage is a necessity to building a home. I don't think so. Whether you're married is what you make of it. Like Ataipo said, you can be married and have a home, and that home is hellfire. Anytime you remember to go home, you take off. You say, nah, can I just stay 1 hour outside again so that by the time I get home, I will just sleep off. I don't want wahala. Once remember your home, you're scared of going home and all. And then some other people, they might just, I can't wait to go home. Kai, I can't wait to just go home and relax. And also, it's a two-way street, right? So it all depends on what you make of it. Home is what you make of it. Can be good for you, it can be bad for you. So on that note, I'll say, Ifoma, on to the next question.
okay. In the absence of any contribution, where is Izzy today? We had Izzy on here. Can't see him now. Okay. Okay, we have Uncle Paul joining us now. All right. So the next question is centered on finance. Actually, I'll tell you. It says the well-being of children is more important to adults than just about anything else. Healthcare, the well-being of seniors, the cost of living, terrorism, etc. More than the 2/3 of adults say they are extremely concerned about the well-being of their children. And this concern cuts across the gender choices, if they want to be a Mrs. or if they want to change from he to she or she to he, if they want to combine both. The concern, okay, income, ethnicity, age, and political affiliations. My question now is it better for mothers to stay at home with the kids or to go to work and earn money for the family? So when I mean stay at home with the kids, to manage the upbringing of these children rather than go out there to work. Daddy, let's put you on the spot. Can you take that question, please? And for your information, today is World International Family Day. So happy Family Day, everybody.
Right.
So the question is, yeah.
So I'm just coming there.
I know. So Daddy, let me say something before you answer the question again. Because of the rising concern from families about their children's welfare, do we think it's important for women or mothers to stay at home rather than go out and make money for the family? What do you think?
Well, the thing is that I mean, from our experience, mothers, yes, they have to spend some time with their children, you know, in order to give them the foundation. Now, for a mother who is working, that's why you have the I mean workplaces giving mothers some sometime off work. Yeah. So those are all the principles. Now it depends on how the the husband, I mean her and and the husband are cooperating in taking care of the children. If it's where perhaps the husband work is such that he cannot leave the work, you know, then the wife or the mother will have to to either stop or do something, do some type of work, either work or a business or whatever that I mean requires talent, and then uh, at the same time she has time to look after the children, you see. So it depends very much on their situation, you see. You see, that's what it is. It just needs cooperation between their mom and their dad.
So, Daddy,
Except
do you think that would
except
help? Sorry, Daddy, to help you out again. Do you think that a woman or the mother staying back would it help relieve everybody of this concern about the children's welfare?
I I personally won't put all the responsibility on the woman or on the mother, you see, because I mean it's two two of them who brought the children to this world. Except if they decide, you know, perhaps they decide the man should should work, and then the mother should stay at home. That that's a different that's that's what I said. That's where the cooperate, because, for instance, if if you have a mother whose a talent or a mission in life have brought her to a certain point, you know, where she's responsible for 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 people, for I mean for so many other things. Yeah, you it will be difficult to ask her not to, to continue with that responsibility, you see. So so that's where the
Akachi.
cooperation be, be, between both parents comes in. Okay, if I mean say if it's the, the, the woman alone, she's not married, or divorced. Now, I mean, she has no alternative other than to give up whatever she's doing to look after the children, because the children's life is in her hands. Yeah. So I mean, that's the thing behind the whole thing. You see. Yeah.
All right, Daddy, thank you. Thank
That's
you. Any other person on the audience? The question on board is it better for mothers to stay at home with the kids or to go to work, considering the rising concerns about children's welfare in the society and the choices they make, even though we might think it's the wrong choice, but that's their choice. Um, Who wants to take that? Chiz, I know you're here. You want to say something? Chiz, you want to say something?
Hello, good evening, everyone. Sorry, I missed a considerable amount of the
show,
the discussion. Yeah,
watch it?
Yeah, yes, I'll play catch up. Sorry, I lost track of time. What was your question? Sorry.
Given the rising concerns on children's welfare,
yeah,
with regards to behavior, which includes their sex choices, sexual orientation choices, income and belief and every other thing, do you think is the best idea for mothers to stay at home or to still go to work and everybody's at work?
That's a very complex question, but I'll try to answer it as much as possible. I think one of the things that's lent its weight on the difficulties of children currently, undeniably, well, I think everyone has come to an agreement about that, is easy access to internet and social media, which is one of the most influencing things, life-changing innovations in our time. And unfortunately, for the growing brain, it affects them the most. The reason why, I suppose, people who are adults or who were adults before the era of social media is because their brain has gone through the stages of development. We call it elastic brain for a child. So anyone pre-teen till 25 even is still regarded as having an elastic brain, because the brain goes through some changes, some chemical changes that fluctuates up and down. And over time, after the age of 25, things tend to kind of normalize. And that's when you expect that people will make rational decisions and rational choices. But having said that, that is the rule. It's not that there are no exceptions to the rule. Now, staying at home, studies have also shown that people who have parents who work gives them a work ethic and discipline in life. So it confers benefits. But then at the same time, being able to parent a child is a very complex situation. You are planning, your hope is to impart the positive influences that you've got around yourself, around your family makeup, and then hoping that they'll be able to make the right choices. I think it's all about support. It's all about support of the young person. I don't think.
Chizo, before you go very far, given that report you relied on now about parents who work, passing on ethical, working ethics to their children.
Yes.
How about this other report that goes on the contrary? The parents that work do not have time for their children. You've heard that before, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Could you put that into context in answering this?
See, it's about knowing what is good enough a parent. The word I use is good enough. See, it's not about spending all the waking days, all the waking hours with a child that makes a difference. It's about the quality of time that you spend with a child. It's about being able to, I suppose, know how to apply rules and regulations in the family. It's about, as a parent, even though you're not there, the values you've instilled in this child, your family values, like it's different for different families. There are no generic family rules, but we know that there are several rules in life which is transferable from one family to the other.
Yeah.
That the family ethics should also, family ethics and principles should be passed on to the children, so that even if your children are not there, even if you're not there, your children will be able to carry on what you're meant to teach them. So we're talking about helping your child form what we call the superego, what we call conscience, the layman will call it conscience. What the superego is that it comes from the families, the values, the things, the rules you lay down, the positive reinforcement, the punishment for doing wrong things, and the negative reinforcement and deterrence that you put in place in your house that will make your child do the right thing. So even if you're not there and you're working, the child should be able to carry that out.
Mm.
I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's not just about saying, oh, people who work, their children turn out this way, and people who don't work, their children don't turn out this way. It's about being able to instill those values and reinforce those values. Because, you know, for a child to be able to have the values of the family, they need to be said over and over again. I mean, there's a saying that goes that if you have a new baby and you want to try the baby on a new food, you have to try it at least 10 times. Now, for family values, it's something that has to be said over and over again.
Mm.
So if a parent is working, it doesn't mean that you're working, is working at the right balance about family life as well as work life. People who work, statistics have shown that they have a more fulfilling life because there's more to life than just being a mother or being a wife. There's more. They derive more pleasure. In life in general.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that people who don't work, they don't have other things. You know, the thing about having work is that some people have a structured work, which is you get up in the morning, go out in the morning, and come back in the evening. Other people have unstructured work. They might think they are not working, but they're actually working. People who have businesses, they're self-run businesses. So those are different. So when we say who work and who don't work, if you're able to generate an income, or if you're able to come to an agreement with your partner or be a man or a woman, whoever should look after the child, whoever should do the home, should do the home front, yes, then that's work. So it's a very complex, the reason I'm just going through all this is a very complex question to answer. It's not a yes or no. It's all about finding the balance and also being good enough parents. So good enough parents is that the quality of time you spend with your child is the quality of time. It's not the quantity of time here. Because the quality of time would say, well, in the house, no TV until after dinner. So everybody can do their homework. You see, even when you're working, your child will know that that's the rule in the house. No TV until after dinner. I'm just giving that as an example. So if you're staying at home, you might just say, you know, I'm fed up. I cannot do this anymore. Well, put on the TV for the kids to watch. So
and that tends to happen more.
Yeah, and it tends to happen more.
Yeah, because you're tired of saying the same thing. Let them watch. Let me have peace.
Yeah. Yes. So that's
Thank you very much, Chizo.
That's the answer in a roundabout way. Yeah, thank you.
Izzy, do you have something to add? I know you're busy somewhere there.
Hello.
Do you think that mothers staying at home or staying back and not going to work would help with the children's well-being and upbringing?
No.
Why?
You say it's a yes or no answer. I think it's no.
I didn't say that. I just asked. Do you think?
No, I don't think women should stay at home and look after the children. Why?
Okay.
They can make more money than the men, so why would they have to stay at home?
So how about the well-being of the children? Do you think it will have any impact on it?
I mean, in fairness, do you really think we have 100% control of those children, whether you're at home or not?
No, we don't.
No. Yeah, sorry, there's another important thing. Sorry to interrupt. There's another important thing I have to add here. Peer influence and pressure.
Yeah.
So knowing how to make your child work out the balance of peer pressure and influence is very important. Be it that you stay at home mom or a working parent. Sorry about that. Carry on.
That's very important. Yeah.
Yes. Peer pressure is, unfortunately, even if you are a mother that stays at home, you cannot follow your child everywhere, wherever they go, because most of the time, the influences come from the outside. Okay, forget about the internet influences, but most of the influences, majority of the influences from outside, meeting their friends. I mean, you see your friend, 6 years old, smoking. You two want to try and smoke that smoke too, because there must be a reason why that child is smoking. So it means I want to try it. Where are the parents? Oh no, the mother is at home, staying home mom. So it won't really work. Okay. The value of actually making your child, I mean, with me, like almost everybody else, I think my child is perfect. I type of keep quiet, make I finish, because you have another thing to say. You see, I always think that my children are perfect because I'm almost perfect. I'm like about 40%, which is not too bad. Okay. And I always give my children that value of like trying to let them know the difference between right and wrong. You understand? What you think is right might actually be wrong. And that's all I can do. You understand? Right from when they were tiny, when they were small, when they were babies. I try to instill that in them. So whether it's a man doing it or the mother doing it, doesn't really matter. And the mother staying at home does not really will help anyway, because trust me, just like what I think it was Chibuzo, when a woman goes out, yeah, either to work or to do some other business or whatever, they see things. So when they come back home, they know how to handle that child because they've gone out, either whether through work or business. So they see things and think, oh, here's something I can use to even teach my child and maybe to work. But if you stay at home, really, what do you learn? You learn from when you're on the phone with your friends and what you see on TV and the news, which is of course 100% bad news anyway. So I just believe that like it's good like the mother should actually be outgoing and get more experience outside. There's more experience outside than within the house.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. In that, okay. Does anyone have anything to add? Ati, do you want to add anything to this? Or is it your brother have said it all?
No, I just want to add just one simple thing I want to say. Not every woman is maternal.
You've always said that.
You need to understand that the fact that you got pregnant and you had a child doesn't make you maternal. So when it comes to thinking about children's well-being, I strongly believe that both parents should be involved. But even in a relationship, you can tell who is more maternal, in quotes, and let that person take more responsibility. It could be the man. So all this staying-at-home mother, now it could be a stay-at-home father, if need be. Because we're just thinking about the welfare of the child, not the gender of the parent. That's all I have to. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think we are almost there. Can I throw one general question and let's see. How do you think, this is to all of us, how do you think family life is changing in your communities? Example, the rise in same-sex marriage, people choosing to have babies without being married, wives working, what you've just talked about, and husbands cleaning and getting involved, fully involved in the home. What do you think about it? And I would like this question, can we take it from every angle? I think we've got everybody here. We've got people in Nigeria, we've got people in UK, America, and all over. So let's see from different perspectives, because I know if we center it just on UK side to things, everybody would say, oh, because we don't have house helps, that's why we're living that way. It is wrong. It's wrong, it's wrong. Oche, I'll put you on the spot. What do you think? I mentioned quite a few things here, not just cooking and floor sweeping.
Gorgeous.
Choices, behavior.
Oh my goodness. You know, this life, like my worry people would, this life now for person head though. You, for the moment you have more than one child, you have multiple personalities. You understand? So if what works for this child is not going to work for the other child, that is also how it is in some homes. Maybe in your house, if you tell your children, if you don't tidy your rooms, you're not having breakfast. It might work, but it might not work in my own house. My own children want to eat, and then they would work from now till tomorrow. So it's just left for you to be sensible enough to know what works for each child and what is very practical in your home, because a lot of people live in an ideal world. I like to be realistic. So if I try this and it's not working, I try something else. That's for me. There's no hard and fast rule.
Oche, I think you didn't hear my question. My question is about how things are changing, family life is changing in our communities and where we are. Are you there? She's having internet issues. How fast is changing? What do you think? Do you think is a bad or a good thing? I think we've lost her. Actually, do you want to say something? Or Chiz or anybody that is willing to say something?
Yeah, I think it's a very complex thing, but one thing for sure is globalization and change in what we consider norm. Now, these days, people ask the question, what's normal? Normal is a variant of lots of things. People are open to new ways of doing things, new experiences, and other ways of doing things that could work. Let's take, for example, if a man, if a couple are married, they can pick and choose who stays at home and who doesn't stay at home, or well, who does more at home, not staying at home, according to their earning power. So it doesn't really matter if it's a man or a woman, it's about the earning power. Where are you guys working? Is it driven? Is it something that's driven by purpose? Another thing to also consider is with the gender fluidity. I suppose we these days, you know, this gender fluidity thing. I mean, Oscar Wilde. Everybody knew Oscar Wilde. You know, there were even some stories about him dressing up as female sometimes because he preferred male company. It didn't change the fact that he got married and had 2 children. However, we know that had been in existence for a long, long time. In the past, it used to be a criminal offense, but now people are more expressive because people are more accepting about changes and how things needed to be. Personally, I'd say each to their own, because I know that sometimes there are some things you don't have any explanation for. You can't provide an explanation to a reason why that is. It just is, and that's how you see it, and you have to learn to accept it. And I think that's
as far as you're concerned, it's not bad, it's not good. Matter of choice.
It's left for me. Who am I to judge? That's what that's my position. Who am I to judge? Yeah.
Ati, you want to say something?
I just think with life is change is inevitable. Sometimes you want it, sometimes you don't want it, but you just got to deal with it. That's just as simple as that, you know. When I plan to get married, I plan to be married, the wife of a doctor, with 2 to 3 children in a big house with lots of cars. But what am I today? I'm the wife of nobody. I don't have any big cars. I don't have many cars, but I'm happy and I'm dealing with life because change in different ways. You know, I just learned to make the best of every situation. You know, sexuality, gender, the orientation, anything. You just don't know what's around the corner. But you just need to let yourself be very educated and informed so that when anything does happen, you know how to deal with it. It's just as simple as that. There's no good and there's no bad. Judge indeed.
Okay. Easy.
Hello.
You want to say something? The rate at which the family life is changing within you, in your community here, what do you think?
Well, the community, well, I think it has changed. I don't know whether it has even changed. Within my own community, which is my house, it doesn't actually really change much. It's actually the same. I'm the mother and she's the father. So we swap roles. So everything just goes perfectly well. So days will come, I do the washing, cooking, cleaning, and everything else. Days will come, I sit in front of the TV and watch football, and vice versa. But the main thing is like it's just the sexuality of the children. You don't even know which is which anymore. Okay, I mean, my son is a good-looking guy. I mean, then I'll be thinking, he'll be bringing babes, and all of a sudden, why are you not bringing as many babes? Then my mind will now go to, you remember, he might like boys, so not girls. Is it then? That's it. Before, in those days, you would never think about that. All you'll be thinking about is like he's going to come with a pregnant woman, a pregnant girl, and say, Daddy, I got her pregnant by mistake. It's always by mistake. You understand? But now that is not happening. So I think we just have to, like Adebo says, we just have to just take it as it is and move on and just hope and pray for the better. Whatever you believe in, just believe in that and then just carry on with life.
Yeah, Izzy, let me put you on the spot here. Being a man, a Nigerian man, and
thank you.
Thankfully, you understand Nigeria as much as you understand yourself.
Yes.
And you're finding yourself in UK where everybody does everything. You swap roles with your wife.
Yes.
Do you sit at times and think, I don't like this. It shouldn't be this way. I should not be doing the washing.
I was actually doing that in Nigeria when I was there.
Without a wife, though.
Without a wife, or with girlfriends. I did it when I had girlfriends. I go cook for them, wash for them, just to make sure that like we're the same. It's just, and so when I came here, it didn't make much difference to me. But it's been like, but my friends were different. Well, most of my friends were different because they felt that their place is to make money, and the woman's place is to rear the children.
And the money they were making.
So, but like to me, we always had talks about that, and to them, they felt that like, when they say somebody's a woman rapper, that's what they termed me. But I mean, I've been with my partner, well, by luck, not by anything I did, though, by luck for almost 30 years. And those my friends that are not woman rapper, yeah. Well, my own is not anything I did right. It's just luck, my dear. Marriage or being together with another person that you didn't know from Adam. Yeah, all of a sudden you've been together for 20 plus years, my dear. It's nothing. It's no technique. It is luck, luck, and plenty of luck.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
This guy is knowledgeable and he's got lots of wisdom. Sorry.
Thank you very much, Chizon.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for the compliment. He's my brother. Daddy wants to say something. Yeah, okay. Quickly, because we're rounding up. Yeah, Dad.
Let me add something to what this guy has just said.
The guy's name is Easy.
Easy.
The beauty of marriage, as I see it, and as I tell people, is that if you meet the right person with love and also depending on how you are brought up, you find that things will just work out so good. So that people outside will be wondering how are these people living. Is now a man and a wife who call themselves husband and the wife, they must live together by a cooperation. And another thing is that if they are compatible, it even blesses the whole thing more. Now, I believe and I think that's how God wants it, is that when you are living with someone perhaps whom God has put both of you together, you help each other in every ways. For instance, two couples who have children, both of them are working. When the husband comes back home and there's no food, there's nothing stopping the husband from going into the kitchen, cook something, for himself, the wife, and the children. And the same thing goes for the woman.
Yeah.
If the woman is working and she comes back home first, there's nothing stopping her from
cooking
and leaving something for her husband to return to, and the children. You see, and the husband should be able to help in the housework. That's why I tell all parents, please. Show your
Daddy, I understand where you're coming from. Of course, I know you and understand you.
Yeah.
What we want to understand is, even though you find yourself in that position, do you sit back sometimes and think, why should I be doing it this way? Or are you accepting it because that's where you found yourself? But you personally, that I know too well, it's you, irrespective of where you are. And just like Izzy mentioned, that's him. It doesn't matter location. On this note, that can we finish off? And I would like to say thank you very much for everyone who's been a part of today's program. And please remember, try and educate people, let people know, just like we celebrate Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and all whatnot. May 15th is International Family Day. Do something good out of it with it, just like we do Children's Day. You could just choose that day, mark that day, May 15th, May 15th, May 15th, put it down somewhere and let's recognize it. Family, they say it's not important, but family is everything.
Family is
That's
important.
a very lovely saying, yeah.
Yes.
It's not important, but it's everything. So next week, join us, and as we discuss growing your wealth. And we'll be talking about giving you tips on 1 or 2 things you could do to help you make, like they would say, residual income or make your main income. So be a part of it. That Saturday, 22nd of May, same time, 7 p.m. UK time, Nigerian time, 2 p.m. East Standard Time, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, and 11 p.m. Pacific Time. We'll send out notices prior to the time. Please share our videos when you get the link, or when you go to our page, you can share, and so our people can watch our videos. Funny enough, there are a lot of people I've met recently who never knew we were doing this, and they were quite excited, and they've been visiting pages and asking me to send the link. And I found out that when you share links, people tend to click onto that link faster to the page to watch whatever. So help us and share the links, because some of us are lazy. They wouldn't bother to go to the pages. But once they see a link, they're onto that link and they're sharing. Thank you very much. Oche Kitchen loves you, and we hope to see you next week. Thank you and good night.
Thank
There's
you.
no time today, sorry.
Good night.
We'll see you again next week. Take care.
Take care. Good night. Bye.
Bless you all.
Bye.
May God protect you all.